So today we're going to talk about springing forward. We're going to talk about a journal prompt that you can do to help you spring forward, to get yourself prepared for the spring, to get yourself prepared for the remainder of 2026. If you live in the United States, then you know that a few days ago we just had a time change where the the time sprang forward 1 hour. So this means that our days will be a little longer, our nights will be a little shorter. So we have a little more time to bask in the sunlight, to bask in the sunshine, which will promote growth for your flowers, your grass, your trees, and things of that nature. So, if you're not aware, I have a journal that is on Amazon. It's called Edify My Soul, a 30-day journey of transformation. So, this is a journal set for 30 days, and in each day, there is a entry for affirmations, gratefulness, and thankfulness, a journal entry, prayer entry, and a meditation entry. So, this is just going to be a journal prompt for you to, if you journal, if you're into that type of thing. If you're not, I do suggest that you give it a try. You can find my journal on Amazon. If you don't have a journal, just get a sheet of paper. And so our journal prompt for today will be to write out a life list. So this is a life list because I don't like to use the term bucket list, but I mean, if that's what you want to call it, a bucket list, um, a a set of goals, it's all the same, but we're going to call it a life list. Write out you a life list. Write out goals that you have. Write out what I really want to focus on is writing out things that you want to do or things that you want to accomplish. Um, you can either choose to do it for the year or you can do it, you know, things that you want to do or accomplish in your life in general. But write out your list. So whether that be, it's not a certain amount of items that you need to write down, but just whatever comes to mind. If that's, you taking a certain vacation, if that's you jumping out of an airplane or bungee jumping or whatever it is that your heart's desire, whatever it is that you want to try, if you want to do it at least once, if you thought about doing it, but it's too outlandish for you to actually do, even those ideas, write those down. You never know what could happen. So you may end up doing just that most outlandish thing that you thought that you never would or could do. So write it down anyway, but just write out whatever it is that your heart's desire, that you want to accomplish, that you think is interesting to do, something that's worth having on a life list. Write that down and just see what your brain comes up with. See what the spirit moves you to put down. Because, like I said, you never know. You may be writing down exactly what you're going to accomplish. You never know. So let's just give that a try. Um, you may could even go back to years prior things that you have written down for your New Year's resolution that you have not yet accomplished, add those to the list as well. What are some fun things that you want to do? What are some adventurous things that you want to do? What is something out of the box that you wouldn't usually do on the average day? What are some things that you would do on the average day? Write those things down. So, this is just a little journal prompt for you to kind of get your mind jogging, to kind of reignite and reawaken those dreams and aspirations that you have. Because we're talking about springing forward. So, in the springtime, this is when, this is a time for rebirth. This is a time for renewal. This is a time for revival. This is the time that things wake up again. So we want to wake up your creativity. We want to wake up your dreams, your aspirations. We want to wake those things up that has been dormant over the winter months. So whether that's a something simple or whether that's something very extremely adventurous, whatever it may be, whatever your heart's desire, as I said before, write it down, and you don't necessarily have to look back at it. I mean, if you ever need some inspiration on finding something to do, then you can go back and look at it. But I'm not saying to write it down and you look over it every single day. No, you just want to write this down just to get your memory jogged, just to kind of reawaken the creativity and the adventure that lives in you, because we're trying to spring forward. So, in order to spring forward, you have to be a little courageous. You have to be a little fearless. You have to be a little adventurous. So, until next time, stay vigilant and spring forward.